unit number 1, that is introduction to Internet of Things. So what is Internet of Things? What exactly the IoT is? The abbreviation will be your Internet of Things or IoT. So what is IoT? In fact, it is a leading path to smart world with ubiquitous computing and networking. It aims to make different tasks easier for user. What will happen due to the smart technology, as you all are aware about that, due to the smart work, you are going to reduce your work, you are going to reduce your energy, you are going to save your time. This is happening because of your what? Because of smart technology or smart activity. So the smartness will going to reduce your efforts, it will going to save your time, and it will going to give you the better output. So the main aim of IoT is to make different tasks easier for user. Whenever you are going to do some different tasks, those tasks should be easy to the user. That is the main aim of your what IoT is. How it will be easier, that we will come to know in upcoming lectures, but let us see the main aim of IoT is to make the task easy. In IoT, our daily environmental and daily life items like various things, object or machine are enhanced with computing and communication technology. So what exactly happening in case of your IoT? Whatever our daily life items or whatever the environmental condition is, that those daily life items or the environmental things will be communicated with the other device or with the user using your communication technology. So the communication can be technology, can be different, like your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, or any of the technologies with the help of which the daily items will be communicated or the environmental condition will be communicated with the machine. The environmental condition can be either your what will be the temperature, what is the humidity, all these things will be communication. The communication framework already provide the communication capabilities and interactions. So whatever the we are going to use the various communication technologies, those framework will already have various capabilities and interaction styles, that how the data will going to transfer from one system to another system. That means how the communication will going to take place. Definitely the communication will take place with the help of your networking, and how the data is going to transfer from one device to another device through network is already known to you. कैसे वो आपके केबल के थ्रू डेटा एक क्लाइंट से सर्वर के पास या सर्वर से क्लाइंट के पास ट्रांसफर होगा, दैट यू आर ऑलरेडी अवेयर अबाउट. So this is what the IoT will be, that the main thing in the IoT will be, it will going to give you the condition of your environmental things and the daily life items. How the daily life item is, just like consider the example of smart home. जो भी smart home का application है, that will be the daily life items. Means what? I have not shown you the video. I'll show you the video of your IoT smart home application, that you will come to know what exactly this daily life items will be. There are different in IoT, there are different services based on person to machine to person, machine to machine interaction, and so on. Just consider there are two main entities. Number one will be your machine and number two will be your person. So if you will going to have the two entities, the possibility or the probability of the communication will be 2 raised to 2. That means your 4. Means how it will be 4? Either person to person or person to machine, machine to person or machine to machine interaction will take place in your what? IoT. These connected machines or objects or things will be new internet or network user. So there can be the different words. Either you can say machine, either you can say object, or you can say things. There are different nomenclatures or there are different names for your these things in your internet of things. Or you can either call it as a machine, object, or thing, whatever will be feasible for you. Or if in future if we came across any of this word, the meaning will be same. So in IoT, there will be the connected machine, connected object or connected things with the help of network. And it will going to generate the data traffic in current or emerging internet. So जब आप consider करोगे all devices will going to connect with the internet or with the network, what will happen? There will be the huge traffic of data. The data is going to send from one device to another. Just consider the example of WhatsApp. You are using the WhatsApp और आप 24 hours के लिए WhatsApp open ही मत करके देखो. You will come to know आपको कितने सारे पर्सनल मैसेजेस और व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में मैसेजेस आ जाएंगे. सो इट विल गोइंग टू जनरेट द डेटा ट्रैफिक. फिर आपको जान पे आता है सारे मैसेजेस पढ़ना. फिर आप क्या कर देते हो? सिलेक्ट ऑल, मार्क एज अनरेड. The connecting objects might be whatever will be the object. These object will be connected with each other. So the connection will take place with the help of, it will be either your wireless connection. Those devices are connected with each other either using RFID or they are connected with the help of sensor radio technology. Any of the technology can be used or the technology can be used in combination. That means wireless plus RFID or wireless plus sensor or RFID plus sensor or sensor plus RFID likewise. कैसे भी आप क्या कर सकते हो? You can use the technologies for your communication or connection purpose. They offers identification of items and sensing of the environment. So with the help of IoT, what you can do, you can identify various objects or items or things, and you can sense the environment conditions. The environment condition, as I told you, the environment condition can be either your what, temperature, humidity and all these things related with the environment. You can sense those environmental condition or you can identify the items. Just remember these things. I'm going to show you one video. In that video, you will come to know how the IoT is, how you are going to identify the items, how you are going to sense the environment. The connection may be wired or wireless. Yes, this is very important. The connection between various machines or the connection between machine and person can be either wired or it can be wireless. IoT services will provide more automation around people and connected object. Yes, IoT will helpful in your automation purpose. If your project in IoT, you will come to know how the automation will take place. Remember, IoT means not only your hardware and software. Trust me, if there is an internet, then it will become your IoT. अगर आपके प्रोजेक्ट में इंटरनेट ही नहीं है, then it will not be your IoT, it will be your only embedded system. If you wish to call it as a IoT based project, you should include internet in your project. Unless and until you don't include internet, it will not become your IoT, it will simply your embedded system. And the embedded system is the combination of your hardware and software. Remember this. In IoT, what exactly happening in case of your IoT? IoT will going to support 5 functionalities. Number 1, it will going to identify, it will going to sense, it will going to automatically decide and it will going to actuate the things. So identifying means what? You are going to identify what exactly the thing is. Sensing means what? You are going to sense the environment condition. On the basis of those environment condition, there will be the decision making. The decision making will be your automatic or automation. The decision will be your automatically taken care and you are going to actuate the things. These are the new functionalities in case of your IoT. So sensor and RFID will be increasingly deployed. So to execute these functionalities, that is your identifying, sensing, deciding and actuating, you will be required either sensor or you will be requiring your RFID. So the use of sensor and the use of RFID will going to increase in case of your IoT because of these 4-5 functionalities. Remember this. Let us go through the various IoT definitions and various IoT framework. One of the definition will be IoT is 21st century phenomena in which the physical consumer product connect to the web and start communicating with each other by means of sensor and actuator. So this is one of the definition. There is no standard definition of IoT. The IoT, various IoT definitions will be defined on the basis of experience or on the basis of experiment. So one of the definition will be IoT is 21st century phenomena. The very first thing in this definition will be is your IoT is your 21st century phenomena. What is there in this phenomena? In which the physical consumer product connect to the web. So what is happening in this? In case of your IoT, all your physical product will be connected to the web. Physical product means what? The product that can be seen to your eyes or that can be touchable. Like काफी लोगों को पता ही नहीं रहता है, उनको याद ही नहीं रहता है उन्होंने चश्मा कहाँ पे रख दिया है, उन्होंने की कहाँ पे रख दी, पेन कहाँ पे है। अगर आपको ये चीजें इजीली फाइंड आउट करनी है, व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू इज यू आर गोइंग टू कनेक्ट योर दिस फिजिकल प्रोडक्ट टू द इंटरनेट विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर सेंसर। अगर आपने आपके चश्मे को सेंसर लगा दिया और आप अगर वो चश्मा कहीं पे भूल गए, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, उस सेंसर का यूज करके आपने वो चश्मा कहाँ पे रखा है उसे आप सर्च कर सकते हो। It will going to reduce your effort, it will going to reduce your time, it will going to save your time and आपको immediately उस सेंसर के थ्रू पता चल जाएगा कि आपका स्पेक आपने कहाँ पे रखा था और आप डायरेक्टली पूरे घर में ढूंढने के बजाय डायरेक्टली वहां पे जाओगे और उसे आप पिक कर लोगे। जनरली ये भी आदत होती है कि हम अपने कार की या बाइक की जो भी है वो कहीं पे तो भी रख देते हैं और हमें याद नहीं रहता है हमने वो कहाँ पे रखी है। So in that case, what you are going to do, you can use the sensor for your such physical products that can be connected to the web. And once it will going to connect to the web, it will start communicating with each other with the help of that I already told you with the help of sensor or actuator. So this is the IoT is. So what happening in case of your IoT? You are going to connect your physical product with the internet using your sensor and actuator. आपके पानी की बॉटल है, आप उसे क्या कर सकते हो, सेंसर का यूज करके इंटरनेट के साथ कनेक्ट कर सकते हो। वट एवर विल बी द फिजिकल ऑब्जेक्ट इज यू कैन कनेक्ट दैट फिजिकल ऑब्जेक्ट टू द इंटरनेट विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर IoT। आपका पेन है, चेयर है, टेबल है, कुछ भी आप क्या कर सकते हो, सेंसर और एक्चुएटर का यूज करके इंटरनेट के साथ कनेक्ट कर सकते हो। वंस यू विल गोइंग टू कनेक्ट योर फिजिकल प्रोडक्ट with the internet, then it will become your IoT. That's why the name is your Internet of Things. So the things can be your physical thing and that physical thing is connected with the internet. That's why it is named as your what, Internet of Things. Now let us see the IoT architecture. This is the general IoT architecture. In this you can see there are various layers of your IoT. The first layer will be your or the different layers will be, let us see those layers one by one. The very basic layer will be your sensor connectivity and network layer. You can see at the bottom this is the basic layer of your IoT. It will be for your sensors connectivity and the connectivity can be done with the help of various networks. So what exactly there are two types of networks. Number one, it can be either your LAN network or it can be your PAN. If you will consider LAN, it will be either your wireless or it will be your wired. And if you consider your PAN network, there are different things like your Zigbee, Bluetooth. In this subject, we are going to see 6 low band or it can be your wired connection and so on. So this is what your sensor network is. Under your this layer, the first part will be your network part and second one will be your various sensors and actuators. So there can be various sensors like your gyroscope, GPS, photoelectric sensor, electrochemical sensors or catalytic, infrared, and so on. the very first layer will have your network as well as sensors and actuators. And the second thing will be your various tags like your RFID or barcode, 1D or 2D. That means your what? The first layer will have two things like this. You can use your RFID also, or you can use your barcode, or recently we can call it as QR code also. One of the point will be your QR code. So this is your first layer of your IoT architecture. The second layer will be your gateway and network. Here it will be your you will have various gateways for your communication purpose. The communication can be through the network communication. So if you are going to communicate through the network, you will be requiring various gateways. So like the gateway will be your either WAN or it can be your LAN. GSM सबको पता है, your mobile network. LTE भी आपको पता है, 3G. Now the VoLTE is your 4G. Likewise, Wi-Fi, Ethernet. These are your LAN and these are your wireless, and this is your local. These are your gateway network, and the gateway can be your either microcontroller, radio communication, signal processing, embedded or operating system, SIM card. Likewise, so this is your second layer of your what? IoT architecture. In second layer, it will be mainly focusing on various gateways that can be used to develop your IoT application. So whenever you are going to develop your IoT application, you are going through all these layers. अगर आपका प्रोजेक्ट IoT बेस है तो आपको देखना है आपके प्रोजेक्ट में ये लेयर्स है क्या. जैसे आपने कोई सेंसर यूज किया है क्या, आपने कोई एक्चुएटर यूज किया है क्या, देन इट विल कम योर this layer. Whether you are going to use your internet, if you will have internet, then only it will be treated as your IoT based project. So if you are going to use your internet, so what kind of network you have, either WAN or LAN or wireless, that you are going to check. Then there will be the next layer of your management service. It will be mainly focusing on the managing the various services like data privacy, data security and so on. यहाँ पे आप देखोगे तो अलग अलग चीजें हैं आपके मैनेजमेंट सर्विस रिलेटेड. जैसे आपका बिलिंग रहेगा, रिपोर्टिंग का पार्ट रहेगा, डिवाइस मैनेजमेंट का पार्ट रहेगा, आपका आपका डेटा सिक्योरिटी का पार्ट रहेगा, डेटा क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट रहेगा. All these things comes under your what? Managing the various services that are related with your data and devices. So the security part will be implemented here, data management related part will be implemented here. It will have various statistical analytics, data mining, predictions, memory, text mining and so on. These things will be implemented here. And the last layer of your or the topmost layer of your IoT architecture will be various IoT applications. Those IoT applications are based on the previous three layers, that is your sensor connectivity layer, gateway layer and management service layers. So on the topmost layer of your IoT architecture, there will be various IoT applications like your the these are the various sectors of your IoT application. Healthcare sector का होगा, retail sector का होगा, surveillance system होगी. There will be your people tracking, supply chain, transportation, energy, asset management, fleet management, and so on. Dot 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 dot. There can be n number of sectors where the IoT application can be implemented or where the IoT application is available. So this is the IoT architecture. आपको एग्जाम में IoT आर्किटेक्चर अगर पूछा जाता है then you should not draw the diagram like this only. जरूरी नहीं है ऐसे ही डायग्राम होनी चाहिए. You should clearly explain the or you should clearly show all the four layers of your IoT architecture and you can display them like this only. So this is the IoT architecture of your IoT.